Because the Yogi approach is of taking immediate action. If something wrong happens, and it is clear that what is wrong is patently wrong, against national interest, against the interests of social amity, then the government needs to do what the government should do, act on it. For a very long time, governments, political leaders in India have tried to hide behind the law. They don't apply the law when it happens. When a situation urgently demands the implementation of a law to punish someone who's wrong, they don't act. Especially not if that action is done by people from certain vote banks or their own people. So powerful, connected people and people from vote banks in our country have got a free run, absolutely free run. Go break the law, block the roads, attack people, carry out violence, threaten the people of this country, say Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah, say Jinnah wali azadi, say that the removal of a tricolor is a small issue like Mehbooba Mufti said, say that chicken's neck belongs to Muslims like Sarjil Imam said, all in the name of free speech. And if anyone questions you, you go running to the court and say, Article 19(1)(a), Article 19(1)(a). I am a firm believer in the application of 19(1)(a). For we in the media swear by it, but we also know its responsibilities. And that is why we have contributed to the fight against corruption, to the curbing of social evil. It is because of interventions of the media that there has been a campaign for right to pray, which has then gone on to the courts, and the courts have rightly adjudicated. But the media has been the center point of social change in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, but as a proponent of the freedom of expression, I must say that I cannot sit by and do nothing, say nothing and express nothing when people in my country say Pakistan Zindabad. Is it a game? Why did some people during the recent Muharram procession in Jaunpur in UP on 29 July say Pakistan Zindabad? Why did they say it? And why should they not be punished for it? Why they said it we'll come to later. But why they should not be punished for it is the real question. But when Yogi does something straightforward, but which is also innovative, that he actually puts out penalties against these anti-nationals, against these Pakistan lovers, and penalties up to 1 crore rupees. And notices on the illegal constructions, then some people say, oh my God, Yogi is not following the law. How is he not following the law? You will sit in my country, abuse my country, praise Pakistan, say Pakistan Zindabad, and also carry out illegal constructions, and then say this is the law. Ladies and gentlemen, these people don't believe in the law. This is Yogi versus the Pakistan lovers. This is not free speech. It is a free run. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not an application of the law. This is a free run for polarization. This is a free run for anti-nationals. This is a free run for the pro-Pakistan fascination. That free run cannot henceforth in India be allowed. Ladies and gentlemen, it won't be allowed. Let's debate.
Year 2022. Pro-Pakistan slogans were raised in Jaunpur during a Muharram procession. This video went viral.
थाना मीरगंज के अंतर्गत ग्राम करियाओं में मुहर्रम की 10वीं तारीख को कुछ आपत्तिजनक नारे लगने की बात प्रकाश में आई थी। घटना में इनकी संलिप्तता पाई गई है। इन सभी को गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है और इस घटना में समुचित धाराओं में अभियोग पंजीकृत करते हुए आवश्यक विधिक कार्यवाही की जा रही है।
Year 2023. Similar slogans hailing Pakistan were raised once again in Jaunpur, Uttar Pradesh.
10वीं मुहर्रम के जुलूस के दौरान जुलूस में शामिल कुछ अराजक तत्वों द्वारा आपत्तिजनक नारे लगाए जाने की फुटेज पाई गई है। कुल 33 अराजक तत्वों को पुलिस हिरासत में लेकर नियमानुसार उन्हें गिरफ्तार करते हुए चालान किया जा रहा है।
But this time, the Yogi government is cracking down. 33 people were arrested for the provocative slogans. And to ensure that they learn their lesson, a fine of 1 crore rupees has been levied on 13 of these pro-pak sloganeers.
जिन लोगों पे आरोप है कि उन्होंने पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद का नारा लगाया था, उनके खिलाफ मुकदमा भी हुआ था दर्ज, और फिर अन्य भी कार्रवाइयाँ उसमें हुई हैं, जैसे जिनका राम समाज की जमीनों पर कब्जा है उनकी भी जांच पड़ताल कराई गई, और उसमें 33 लोगों पर बेदखली का उसमें नोटिस जारी किया गया। 4 लाख रुपया उसमें जो है उनका जो उन्होंने डैमेज किया है राम समाज का, वो भी उसमें क्षति निकाला गया, तो क्षतिपूर्ति के लिए उनको दिया गया है नोटिस।
From a crackdown on the mafia to action against groups trying to fuel the fire, the Yogi government has sent a strong message that any attempt to disrupt law and order will not be tolerated.
The Yogi government has gone beyond arresting these people and made sure that they fully understand the consequences of their actions. A strong message is being sent to those who provoke that they would have to literally pay the price.
With Madhya Pradesh and Haryana governments also taking a cue from the Yogi model, is there any argument to oppose the UP CM's action and to allow the pro-pak lobby to run rampant? Let's debate.
And my first question is to Waris Pathan. Waris, these people, what is their link to Pakistan? Their love for Pakistan. They're saying Pakistan Zindabad. What is their love for Pakistan? Rather, I would say, what is their link to Pakistan? What is their link to Pakistan? पाकिस्तान के साथ उनका क्या लिंक है जो ये पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद कर रहे हैं? जैसे मैंने आपको पूछा आपका औरंगजेब के साथ क्या लिंक है, जो आप वहां पे औरंगजेब के मजार पर जाते रहते हैं, उनको उनकी प्रशंसा करते हैं, आपका औरंगजेब के साथ क्या लिंक है और इनका पाकिस्तान के साथ क्या लिंक है?
मेरा लिंक भारत के संविधान से है, एंड रेजिंग प्रो पाकिस्तान स्लोगन्स आर कंडेमनेबल, बट योगी हैज टोटली
औरंगजेब जी जो आप जी कहते हैं, ये औरंगजेब जी नहीं कहना चाहिए। ये औरंगजेब और भारत के संविधान का क्या लिंक है? औरंगजेब का क्या लिंक है भारत के संविधान के साथ?
गांधी जी को जिसने मार
और इन लोगों का क्या लिंक है पाकिस्तान के साथ?
वाज द फर्स्ट टेररिस्ट ऑफ द कंट्री, गोडसे। व्हाई डू यू ग्लोरीफाई हिम? Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation, was assassinated, and the murderer Nathuram Godse.
I don't glorify him. I don't glorify him. You glorify Aurangzeb. Now tell me, ये लोग पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद क्यों कहते हैं? इनका पाकिस्तान के साथ what is their link to Pakistan? And then if I say pack them off to Pakistan, let them go to Pakistan, then you'll say I'm right winger. But इनको तो उठा के भेज देना चाहिए.
I said
इनको उठा के भेज देना चाहिए पाकिस्तान.
नहीं, I said
इनको उठा के पाकिस्तान भेज देना चाहिए.
I say हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद. अरे जिसको जहां भेजने का भेजो, but
these people are saying Pakistan Zindabad.
Why don't you talk about them? Yogi's bulldozer theory.
I am talking about law and order. ये तो लॉ भी है, ऑर्डर भी है कि इन पर 1 करोड़ का फाइन दिया गया है, इन पर बुलडोजर चलेगा. दैट इज लॉ एंड दैट इज ऑर्डर.
यस,
ये तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर है ना. बुलडोजर चलेगा, 1 करोड़ का फाइन लगेगा, तभी तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर होगा योगी स्टाइल.
तो सुशांत सिंह के केस
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज ने बोला है कि ये गलत है.
ने बहुत धमाल किया. 1 लाख का फाइन नहीं होना चाहिए, प्रॉफिट में पेनल्टी होना चाहिए. प्रॉफिट में अब तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बोला है, पंजाब हरियाणा हाई कोर्ट ने ये भी बोला है.
शांत हो जाओ ना, शांत हो जाओ. वो केस हम पे नहीं है, वो जिस चैनल पे है उन पे पूछो. मेरी बात सुनो. आई एम नॉट अ मेंबर ऑफ एनी ऑफ दीज एसोसिएशंस. वी हैव अ स्ट्रॉन्गर एसोसिएशन. एनीवे, माय क्वेश्चन इज, आई डोंट से पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद. आप बताइए आपको क्या पेनल्टी लगनी चाहिए? What kind of penalty should be put on Waris Pathan? Should Waris Pathan's expensive flat be confiscated because he supports Aurangzeb? आप पे क्या फाइन लगनी चाहिए? आप कहते हैं हमारे 80 है, तुम्हारे 80, हमारे 20. आप पे क्या फाइन लगनी चाहिए? आप तो घूमते रहते हैं. What is the fine on you?
हमारे पूरे 140 है.
Well, you lecture me in the media. What do you know about the media? What do you lecture me? What penalties has been put on you? My question to you is very clear. Why do these people say Pakistan Zindabad? What is their link to Pakistan? What is their link to Pakistan? Bhai, tell me.
I don't want to take lessons of nationalism from
These
Arnab
people ये क्यों कह रहे थे पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद? एक कोई मुहर्रम के प्रोसेशन में, मुहर्रम में प्रोसेशन में पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद क्यों कह रहे थे?
सजा हो गई.
मुहर्रम के प्रोसेशन पे पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद क्यों कह रहे थे?
जिंदाबाद भी बोल रहे हैं.
मुहर्रम के प्रोसेशन में पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद क्यों कह रहे थे?
I condemn that, but do you condemn those? अरे तो गोडसे को भी जिंदाबाद बोल रहे हैं. कितने लोग उनका क्या? Why do you support those people?
Yeah, I condemn Godse. Worse than Godse. Now tell me, why do they say? What is their link to Pakistan?
Why do they glorify him?
I am very much for the country. I'll tell you. Now,
let them go there.
What are you stumbling and slurring for? You don't understand what I'm saying?
Pakistan, I am an Indian. I am proud Indian Muslim.
It's not too hell. There's a symbolism to it. Sanju is on the debate. There is a symbolism to it. You see what? There are, okay. Yeah, so it's good.
But why don't you talk about Yogi's policy?
You should say I'm a proud Indian. Now my question.
What happens to that?
I'll tell.
There should be a law made by
Amit Shah. Now I feel we are in a very clear situation. By the way, thank you, Waris. Thank you, Waris.
There should be a law.
Thank you, Waris.
There should be a law in the country.
Thank you, Waris.
I would like Amit Shah to formulate a law that whoever tells an Indian to go to Pakistan.
Don't worry. Now each of these, every time you say Pakistan Zindabad, you have to give 10 lakh rupees. मैं देखता हूं ना इन लोगों की कितनी हिम्मत होती है. हर बार पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद कहेंगे 10 लाख रुपए, 2 बार कहेंगे 20 लाख रुपए, 3 बार कहेंगे 30 लाख रुपए, 10 लोग बोलेंगे 1 करोड़ रुपए. I want to see. I think this approach will work. Plus their houses should be bulldozed if they are illegal. इन पे बुलडोजर भी चलेगा क्योंकि अगर घर भी इलीगल है इसके ऊपर.
Process of law and do whatever you want.
It's a straightforward, it's a different approach, I know.
Follow due process of law.
I'm not saying whatever I want.
Without giving notice,
I'm telling you a fact. You can't believe it. I'm not telling this is a reality. You are not in the middle of a dream.
First follow the law.
और nightmare राधा. ये हो रहा है देश में. ये हो रहा है हमारे सामने हो रहा है. ये बहुत सालों से, दशकों से ये लोग पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद करके किसको चाबी देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं? किसको ट्रबल करने, किसको प्रोवोक करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं? प्रोवोकेशन नहीं चलेगा, बुलडोजर चलेगा.
कि आरपीएफ का पुलिस वाला ट्रेन में जाके मार देता है मुसलमानों को. ये देश में ये भी हो रहा है और बोलता है मोदी और योगी को सपोर्ट करो. देश में तो ये भी हो रहा है.
आरपीएफ का पुलिस वाला करता है क्योंकि उसकी दिमाग खराब है, वो क्रिमिनल है, उसको पूछो. डोंट ट्राई टू मेक इट क्रिमिनल. एंड संजू वर्मा इज ऑन द डिबेट राइट नाउ. संजू वर्मा. Everybody is shaken with this approach of Yogi. It's quite clear to me out here. People are shaken with this Yogi approach.
Given me right to make my point, yeah.
But people don't know how to deal with it because.
No, we want to follow the.
I'll tell you one thing before I hand over to Sanju.
Problem is that he wants to go against the law.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you one thing why. I'll just tell you one thing. Yogi is very clear. He's going 100% by the law. No court in this country, I repeat, no court in this country will oppose what Yogi has done if Yogi is bulldozing illegal homes. If there are homes which are illegal,
so
then
he is breaking the homes of people
whose houses are illegal. And he will also file a case against them for saying Pakistan Zindabad. That's a separate case. It's the beauty of the application of the law which must be appreciated. Sanju Verma.
I want the nation to know that Arnab Goswami
this is not done.
Follow the law.
I heard him
does not follow the due process of law
for the last 16 minutes. May I, Arnab?
Sanju Verma.
Thank you. Arnab, I am happy you made a mention of Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution. The same article, under Article 19(1)(c), and I'm sure, Ishkaran can throw more light on this. Freedom of expression is not absolute. It does not function in a vacuum. It is subject to reasonable restrictions pertaining to public order, morality, and health. So anyone who says that Yogi Adityanath should not have clamped down on these 33 sloganeers who were chanting pro-pak slogans, I think please go and educate yourself and read a little bit about the Constitution. Point number 2, please understand that this case has been registered in the Meerganj police station, where out of the 33 people who've been arrested, the additional commissioner of police, Shailendra Kumar Singh of Meerganj, he says that 13 people out of these 33 have been slapped with a fine of anywhere between 5.5 lakhs to as much as 19.8 lakh because they are habitual and repeat offenders, and they were not only chanting pro-pak slogans and anti-India slogans, but they have a history of damaging public property, indulging in rioting and vandalism. Some of them were let off with a strong warning, but that does not seem to have helped matters. And Shailendra Kumar Singh, that is the reason that out of 33, 13 have been asked to pay up a stiff penalty of, as I said, as high as 19.8 lakh rupees. Because don't forget, under sections 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 pertaining to prevention of destruction of public property 1984, the act which Yogi Adityanath uses so generously, and I'm so glad he does it, to either bulldoze the properties of culprits, the illegal properties, or for that matter, the properties of those who engage in anti-India sloganeering. The Chief Minister of the state is well within his rights under Article.
Yes.
The Chief Minister of the state is well within his rights to ensure law and order under the 7th schedule of the Constitution. So what Yogi Adityanath is doing by way of either bulldozing or by way of not giving a notice and yet arresting people, that is absolutely kosher. Your fundamental rights come with certain fundamental duties. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आप लोगों में से कुछ लोगों को फंडामेंटल राइट्स तो याद हैं, बट फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज आप भूल चुके हो.
Kindly go through and refresh your memory by that. Nobody's house can be raised without following the due process of law.
You can ask this man to speak. I refuse to debate if this man is not going to be reined in. You don't work as a
First of all, I'll tell you. I'll tell you one thing. One minute. I'll tell you. I take strong objection to that. And I must make a point here that if at the very end of your observations, there is an intervention coming from Waris Pathan,
after 16
I think you have
minutes
absolutely no business and no right to say you're running a circus. No, I'm sorry. If you are running out of patience and you are behaving in an intemperate manner, then it is entirely your doing. I would request you, Sanju, not to behave in such an intemperate manner, which is not appreciated by anyone. I must caution you, Baba, if you are losing patience in hearing the other side, you can't do that. I will not let you make a personal comment without, no, you should not. When you intervene, I neither call you a participant in a circus then. I think that you must not speak in with that language. I think that you must not, Sanju, you must not use that kind of intemperate language, which I completely condemn. Now I will move on to the other panelists. I would request you, Sanju, because I have no intention of going personal with you, to avoid it with me. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going personal. I'm simply telling you, be a moderator.
Now the question.
For a change. Thank you. Be a moderator for a change.
1 minute, Sanju. Way before you entered politics, which may be recent, I was a very well-known moderator. And can you kindly, if you make a single more personal comment, I will choose to ignore you even further, and I will not respond to you to these debates. I do not think you should do that. And even if it gets you some worthy praise from people on Twitter, you should not do it. You should not do it. You should not do it. There is a debate here. This debate is not about the Prime Minister. I request you not to take the Prime Minister's name in vain to defend your description right now, which I am telling you I condemn. And I'm telling you this because I have seen over a period of time a certain propensity in you to play to the gallery by making such comments, which I think are not appropriate for a spokesperson of a national party.
You've lost the plot.
Yes,
You've lost the
absolutely.
Plot. You've completely lost the plot. Stop lecturing.
I'm telling you absolutely. Now the problem is I'm speaking to you in a civilized way, but you will continue to make these kind of comments and observations. I'm telling you, it doesn't look good.
You gave Waris Pathan a free run on your show, and
no,
this is what you do every day.
Sanju, Sanju, I think that you're overdoing it, and I'm telling you not to do it.
Stop giving me a bhashan.
I'm telling you not to do it, Sanju, because it takes away from the debate itself. Thank you so much.
I'm not here to listen to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stop giving me a bhashan. Thank you.
Well, I'm just telling you, I'm telling you what I said. I'm telling you what I said.
I'm here to listen to you.
I'm not telling you anything more, but you need to be told.
And you need to also listen.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what is not appropriate.
By not listening to
I'm
the
telling you
other
what
side,
is not
you simply
appropriate,
keep
and I'm going to
on
repeat
and
saying it,
on and on.
that when you make certain observations, it is wrong, Sanju, and I'll tell you one thing. Very often, 90% of the time I disregard what you say and do, and I disregard your comments. But I'm coming down hard on this today because I think you're crossing the line with me. So kindly don't do that. Kindly don't do that. Kindly don't do that. I'm telling you, I'll tell you, it's your choice. If you want to participate in this manner, it's your choice. But I'm telling you, you would not do that, please.
Yeah, you don't do that with
I'm telling you, no, don't you tell me you do that with BJP. Don't use your party's name. Don't use your party's name in this way. I'm telling you, don't do that, Sanju.
Tell me what I need to do.
Don't you speak to me like that, Sanju. Sanju, you should not speak like that. I'm telling you. I can have right now, right here, a referendum on your public conduct. You'll get a sense of what people think. I'm requesting you in very decent language not to speak and use such words with me. But I'm telling you very clearly, Sanju, and I cannot take responsibility beyond telling you. I'm telling you not to do it. I'm telling you not to speak like that. There are words and phrases you use which are inappropriate. But I am telling you not to do it, Sanju. I am telling you very clearly not to do it. It is inappropriate, Sanju. Now maybe for the umpteenth time I'm telling you, while you use most uncontrollable conclusions and phrases, I am continuing to tell you, Sanju, that it is not appropriate. There are many BJP spokespersons we deal with. I can tell you, you are becoming an odd exception in the way that you conduct yourself.
Really, thank you, but I don't need
We have many BJP spokespersons on the program. It is becoming a daily occurrence, and I'm compelled to tell you. I'm telling you, it is becoming a daily occurrence, and I'm compelled to tell you it takes away from the debate. I don't appreciate personal comments. I will send you a whole compendium of your conversations. I will send you a whole list of your comments, and I will tell you to reflect upon your public conduct.
I don't need your validation. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Sanju. I'm telling you, the thing is, it is my duty to tell you. Rest of it, you will be told by people who should tell you. I'm only telling you. Now, I'd like to return to the debate. Now, the question here is Lokesh and Zubair Memon. The question here is about whether this kind of statement should be taken lightly. Now, I shall tell you one thing, Zubair. When people say that it's only a comment, I give the example, and I want General Bakshi to also come in on it, that the person called Sharik, right, who was the ISIS handler causing the Mangaluru blast, he had started putting out slogans on walls, graffiti, where he said, do not force us to invite Lashkar-e-Toiba and Taliban to deal with the Sanghis, Lashkar Zindabad. But eventually he became a very dangerous terrorist. So my point being, if you nip it in the bud, Lokesh, that's the only way. But if you ignore people who say Pakistan Zindabad, if you ignore people who say Pakistan Zindabad and let them get away with it, it might be setting a very dangerous precedent. Don't you agree, Lokesh?
Yes, Arnab, quite right. But the larger question is, why didn't the police detain those people who had a history? The police was well aware that there was a public procession that is taking place. There were certain antisocial elements present over there. I mean, it is very much in the knowledge of the police bandobast whenever there is some form of a procession like this taking place. Why wasn't a preventive detention? Why wasn't appropriate measures taken by the police? And secondly, when I'm talking about
preventive detention for a comment made, how would the police?
Yes. Exactly.
So the police knows very well. The police knows very well that there are certain people who are capable of causing such nuisance.
How would the police know who in a Muharram procession will say Pakistan Zindabad?
Yes.
Arnab, let me make my point. Ishkaran, if you allow me, I'll complete my point.
Please. Yeah, finish. Arnab called my name.
Let Ishkaran just respond, and you want to complete your...
Yeah,
let
sure.
Ishkaran respond to you. He was making a quick response, so I'll come back to you, Lokesh, after his response. Yeah. Ishkaran's line dropped, so I would bring GD Bakshi on it, General Bakshi.
Arnab, as a former soldier, as an Indian citizen, I am very clear in your mind that if you want to shout raucous slogans like Pakistan Zindabad, you need to take the earliest damn flight and go where you belong. You can't try and claim the benefits of the Indian passport, of Indian citizenship, and with such pride. I am right now in London heading to the Lake District. And you can flash your Indian passport with justifiable pride. People treat you with respect. But if you want to, shout pro-Pakistani slogans, then catch the next flight and go. We don't need you. Go and starve there. वो फटीचर मुल्क है, आपको यहाँ पे अच्छा खाने पीने को मिल रहा है, and you want to, root for Pakistan, go there and starve, like the Pakistanis are doing. Go there and loot the corps commander's house. You might get some more of the leftover peacocks and peahens. You can, make a barbecue.
Zubair, this approach of Yogi is being supported by people across the entire country. I'm sure you support it too. मुझे बस लगता है, I have only one complaint, Zubair. मुझे इसका extension चाहिए. Why just Pakistan Zindabad? जो लोग कहते हैं जिन्ना वाली आजादी, उन पर भी ऐसी एक्शन होनी चाहिए. उन पर भी जोरदार एक्शन होनी चाहिए. जो कहते हैं सीआरपीएफ पे ऊंचा बोल, उन पर भी एक्शन होनी चाहिए. जो कहते हैं भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे, उन पर भी एक्शन होनी चाहिए थी. सरजील इमाम पे भी ऐसी एक्शन होनी चाहिए थी. जुबैर, I think this is great. You should support Yogi. I'm sure you support Yogi's direct style.
अर्नब जी, आपका सवाल और आपकी संवेदना का मैं सम्मान करता हूं और कहीं ना कहीं आपको सपोर्ट भी करता हूं. पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद हो या इस देश के खिलाफ कोई भी नारा हो, उसके खिलाफ कड़ी कानूनी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए और इस कानूनी कार्रवाई का हर भारतवासी सपोर्ट करता है. मैं बड़ी जिम्मेदारी के साथ एक मुसलमान होने के नाते, उससे भी ज्यादा भारतीय होने के नाते एक जिम्मेदारी के साथ आपको स्टेटमेंट देता हूं कि ये जो भी उपद्रवी मूल्य है, अगर इन्होंने ये कहा है और इनके ऊपर कानूनी कार्रवाई हुई है, आपको देश के अंदर कोई भी मुस्लिम नेता, कोई भी मुस्लिम मौलवी, कोई भी संगठन अध्यक्ष से लेकर राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष तक इसका समर्थन करते हुए नहीं दिखेंगे. ना इन आरोपियों के पीछे खड़े रहेंगे, ना छोटा नेता ना बड़ा नेता. पर क्या हिंदू राष्ट्र कहने वाले और मोनू मानेसर जैसे आतंकवादी को सपोर्ट करने वाले लोग,
I need to come in here.
क्या वो आतंकवादियों की श्रेणी में नहीं आते हैं जो मुसलमानों को जिंदा जला देते हैं, जो हिंदू राष्ट्र जैसे एंटी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वर्ड्स को यूज करके इस देश का माहौल खराब करते हैं? ये तो उपद्रवी मूल्य है और हम इसके खिलाफ थे, है, रहेंगे. हम इस देश के एक सम्मानित शहरी हैं और हमें इसमें गर्व है.
Can I come in, please?
पर क्या इस तरीके के जो
One minute, let him complete and I'll come to both of you after that.
आतंकवादी को सपोर्ट करते हैं, या जो साध्वी प्रज्ञा सिंह ठाकुर जो बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट की आरोपी है, उसको संसद तक बिठाते हैं, उसको सपोर्ट करते हैं, बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट में अक्यूज्ड है. ये भी तो अक्यूज्ड ही है ना, इनके ऊपर थोड़ी कोई ना जज ने फैसला सुना दिया. दीज आर आल्सो अक्यूज्ड और हम इसके खिलाफ है और हम साध्वी के भी खिलाफ है. तो इस तरीके से जो दोहरा मापदंड भाजपा का है, इसका
I will
भी
first let, because he made a political point. I tell you one thing. Just मैं एक बात आपको कहना चाहता हूँ. That what is the Yogi model? Yogi model is long rope मत दीजिए, immediate action लीजिए. That is the model जिसको आप लोग बुलडोजर मॉडल कहते हैं. It's a straightforward
Which
model.
is unconstitutional,
It
against the
works.
law of the
it
land.
has a deterrent
Which is
value.
unconstitutional,
Sanju Verma
against
is
the law of the land. You have to follow the due process of law. Then
Which
shut
law
down
of the
courts.
land were you
Shut down
quoting?
the courts.
Waris
What is the use
Pathan?
of the courts if
Waris
you want to follow
Pathan.
your own rule and law?
Waris,
What is the
listen
use
to
of
me
the
and
courts
then Sanju can
Follow
respond
due
to you.
process of law,
Which law of
finish
the
them,
land were you
bulldoze them, hang
supporting
them.
when you said 15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा दो फिर देखो हम क्या करते हैं? हम 20 तुम 80 हम 15 तुम 85. Which law of the land were you talking about? Which law of the land were you talking about? No, you tell me which law of the land were you talking about at that time? Which law were you following? Give me a section of the law. Waris Pathan, give me a section of the law. You wanted complete impunity for rioters.
I follow the law.
May I?
Under what provision of law can Yogi, without following due process law, bulldoze anybody's house? Whether he's a murderer, rapist, whosoever, you have to follow the due process of law. Take stricter action
So
against
good,
them,
so
I'm not
good,
against that.
so
But
good,
you have to follow
so
the
good.
law.
That's
Otherwise,
exactly
shut
what's
down the
happening.
courts.
Sanju Verma and
Otherwise,
Danish
shut down
Karan.
the courts. It's the same thing.
Thank you.
The same
Who's
model
shutting
we
down the
followed
courts?
in
Everything is
Haryana.
as per the provisions.
same model they followed in Gujarat.
If a house is
So where are we
illegal,
heading
then it
for?
has to be broken
Where are
down.
we heading for? Are we following the law?
May I come in now?
No, you follow the due process.
Are you a law
cannot
follower?
Go beyond that. That is why the
Which
Punjab
law
and
do you
Haryana
follow?
High Court took a strict,
Which law?
objection on
No,
that.
one second.
And they said this is ethnic. How can you, without giving
153A, 153B,
Without giving notice, can you take
259A,
action? Without giving notice.
188, 5052,
Yeah,
hate
so what are
speech.
the-
These
what are those
provisions are
sections?
for what? If
are
not
those?
for use.
Hey.
These law provisions have to be used.
These
in fact, they should be used against you also, Waris Pathan.
But if you want to bulldoze
They should have
somebody's
been used
properties-
against you.
If you want to bulldoze somebody's properties, Arnab, you have to follow the due process of law. Then you take the permission from the court, follow law, bulldoze it.
Okay, well, anyway,
Destroy
I don't know
whatever.
which due process of
But
law
without
says
doing that,
Pakistan
without
Zindabad.
giving notice,
And on
you just
Independence
go there
Day
with
Eve,
the
this
bulldozer.
question goes
Bulldoze
to
that.
Sanju
What
Verma
is their
responding
law?
right now. Then Ishkaran completes his point. Thank you.
Thank you. Arnab,
I haven't
I'm
started
not
my point until I
surprised.
complete.
I'm not surprised here that people are drawing a false equivalence between ISIS-style Muslim radicals and, RSS or Hindutvawadis. I want to ask one thing. When there are war cries saying, गुस्ताखे रसूल की एक ही सजा सरतन से जुदा, कन्हैया लाल को आईसिस स्टाइल बेहेडिंग से मार दिया गया, उमेश कोले को आईसिस स्टाइल बेहेडिंग से मार दिया गया. One Ayman, MP, he actually said that Nupur Sharma को चौराहे में खड़े करके she should be hanged till death. And these are the people who are sitting on national television and giving a lecture on free speech and morality. This is the pot calling the kettle black. But I will just say one thing. जब आप साध्वी प्रज्ञा की बात करते हो, she is an accused, she is not convicted, but Omar Khalid तो जेल में है. You say that he is a renowned historian, Sharjil Imam, who wanted to cut the chicken's neck. आप तो कहते हो ये हमारा आइकॉन है. And people who say भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे इंशाअल्लाह इंशाअल्लाह, आप तो उनके सामने नतमस्तक हो जाते हो. अफजल गुरुजी, ओसामा बिन लादेन जी, बुरहान वानी जी, these are your icons. यदि तुकाराम ओम्बले, if he had not arrested Ajmal Kasab alive after the horrific 26/11 Mumbai terror attack, I can tell you, Arnab, these people would have said that RSS and Hindutvawadis were behind the Mumbai 26/11 attack. Thank God for Tukaram Omble that Ajmal Kasab was arrested alive. ये लोग तो Ajmal Kasab को भी हीरो मानने को तैयार हैं. When the Batla House encounter happened in 2008, Sonia Gandhi and the entire ecosystem, they shed copious tears for the Indian Mujahideen. Waris Pathan, you were suspended from the assembly in 2016 because you refused to say Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Which itself per se was illegal.
You were suspended from the Maharashtra assembly.
Was per se illegal.
You were suspended from the Maharashtra assembly, Waris
Within
Pathan.
3 days they removed the suspension because they knew that they had committed an illegal act, and I was again reinstated. Within 3 days I was reinstated. That is where you lose the debate. That is where you lose the debate. Because the BJP came to conclusion they have done something illegal. You cannot suspend an MLA because of that. And I had to be reinstated within 3 days.
Maharashtra assembly. हिम्मत है,
You don't know.
भारत माता की जय
That was
बोलो।
illegal.
हिम्मत है?
Per se illegal, and that is why they had to revoke my suspension within 3 days. Kindly go check yourself. Kindly go and check yourself.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, now, 1 minute. Lokesh and Ishkaran's point was cut in the last minute. I go on the legality of it. I let Ishkaran complete his point, then I'll have Lokesh come in. 1 minute, please. Thank you. Ishkaran.
Arnab, what complete my point? I haven't even started. It's 40 minutes into the debate. So please don't interrupt me, or you can give my time to other people. I'm okay sitting here. It's 40 minutes into the debate. So the simple point is, let us not mince our words. Let us be very clear on what Yogi Adityanath is doing. When people say Pakistan Zindabad, they are supporting those who did 93 Mumbai blast. They are saying Zindabad to those who did parliamentary attacks. They are saying Zindabad to those who did 26/11 in Mumbai. So anybody who says Pakistan Zindabad, to my mind, it's not a question of freedom of speech. It is a clear-cut support of terror activities and a nation which has a history of doing terror attacks in India. So let us first define it correctly. It is not a speech issue. It is an issue of enabling terror. It is an issue of promoting terror. It is an issue of spreading terror, which includes, obviously, Sar Tan Se Juda chants, which are also means of terror, which got acted upon from Maharashtra to Rajasthan. So these slogans are terror slogans, and Yogi Adityanath is finally taking action because he has to guarantee the safety of the people of Uttar Pradesh. And the governments have to do that, because once you start doing this radicalization,
so Ishkaran,
and you
what's
use
your
it
counter?
to build illegal construction. No, 1 second, Arnab, just let me finish the point. And all that has been done, the law allows you to recover money from these people. That is why notices have been sent. If they are illegal, the courts will give a stay. But I, for one, am very glad that Yogi Adityanath is doing this, because you have to break their financial muscle. You have to put them in jail. And I, from your channel, will say it very clearly. Anybody who wishes to do Pakistan Zindabad should go to Pakistan, and the people of India will fund their tickets so they can be happy and live in a nation where they feel proud.
Ishkaran,
Why does the
if
Congress
those
not
people,
support
they
Yogi
speak-
on this? Why remain quiet on this?
Arnab, if
Arnab,
Why
they
remain
should,
quiet
they
on
should,
this?
they should.
You know
those
the
people
popular
raise
sentiment
slogans
on
of Pakistan Zindabad, Pakistan government is not going to give them a seat into their assembly.
Are
Nor
they
the
terrorists?
Why are you so
Pakistan
indulgent to
government is
them?
going to give them citizenship.
Why is the Congress so indulgent to them?
Are they terrorists or not? Anybody who says
Allow me
Pakistan
to answer.
Zindabad, is
Allow
he a
me to
terrorist or
answer.
not?
I
That's a
see
question.
these
Is he a
people
terrorist or not?
and those in the Dharam
Is he a
Sansad are two
terrorist?
sides of the
Don't
same
just answer
coin.
that question. I, as
People
an Indian, you as
who
an Indian, have
are
an opinion.
mixing
Anybody
religion
who says
with politics,
Pakistan Zindabad,
be it
is
any
he a
religion,
terrorist? Is
be
he not a
it
terrorist?
Hindu religion,
You won't answer this
Islam
simple
or any
question.
other religion, with
Non-answer
politics.
is very obvious.
They
Lokesh.
are communalizing
Non-answer
the
is very,
situation.
very obvious. You are
Now,
on national
Arnab, when the
television,
debate
you're on
began, you
record.
asked a very good
Anybody
question.
who says
What is the
Pakistan
link
Zindabad, is he a
between
terrorist
Pakistan
or is he
Zindabad
not a
and these
terrorist?
people?
It's a simple question.
Now, please tell
Is
me,
he a terrorist?
what is the link
Anybody who says
between
Pakistan
such form of
Zindabad,
politics
you should
and
just
the
answer
agenda
that simple
that
thing.
BJP
Is he a
stands
terrorist?
for?
Is he not a
My
terrorist?
take
Pakistan
is
involved in
that
multiple terror attacks
slogans
in
like
India.
this,
When you are
stands
saying
like
Zindabad,
this,
you are saying
they immensely
Zindabad
benefit
to all
the
those
ideology of
terror
BJP.
attacks. You
They
are saying
provide
Zindabad
fuel
to
and
each and
ammunition
every innocent
to
life
ideology of
lost
hatred,
because of terror from
violence,
Pakistan. You are
polarization,
saying Zindabad
and
to
communalization.
the ideology
So when we are
which
talking
wants to
about these
destroy
slogans,
India. So
people
please be clear.
who are slogan
You
Lokesh,
do not
as
want
of
to
now-
say those are
actually
terrorists.
As of now, I think the
Lokesh,
way,
why don't you
the
answer
mood in
that?
the country, the
Just
mood in
simple
the country,
answer. Are they
Lokesh,
terrorists or
is
not?
not for empty words, it is for
Arnab,
action.
please ask him the
The
question.
mood in the
Are they
country is not
terrorists
for
or
empty words, but for action. No empty words,
Yeah, Arnab,
but for
but
action.
2021
And if you act
Allahabad
against
High Court,
Pakistan lovers, the country
had
will support you
straightened-
for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you with a very short, quick heel commercial break and coming back with debate number 3.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.